Hi, I'm Chase Stanton. I'm the station manager here at SCTN. Today I'm joined by Bob Rosenberger, who is the new manager for the Saline Main Street Association.
Right.
We're going to talk a little bit about his recently being hired into the position, and just a little overview of what the Main Street Association does in general. So thank you for being here with me.
Thank you for inviting me.
So to start with, for anyone who doesn't know about the Saline Main Street Association and the program in general, can you kind of give me an overview about what it is and how it works?
Yes, Saline Main Street's been in effect for several decades now. It's a nationwide organization, and certainly we have towns and cities here in Michigan as well that are part of the Main Street program. It's a program that's designed to enliven and keep downtowns vibrant and active and alive and growing, and it's a pretty neat organization, very exciting stuff.
And so specifically for Saline, there's a process where you have to be accepted into the Main Street Association, correct?
Right. That all happened before I came on board, but I've looked through the history, and it's really kind of neat. First of all, Main Street, Saline, and any Main Street organization is completely volunteer. So all the people who work with our organization are there because they care enough about the community and to devote their time and their energies and their efforts. And these people put together a really fabulous program. I think they took over 50 people to Lansing to make a presentation to show that the town of Saline was, or the city, I think it's a city, of Saline was really behind the Main Street organization. So we were accepted into the program because of the hard work of a lot of different people in Saline.
That's great. But you were hired in, so can you talk about the process and how you decided to get involved with this and you decided you want to take this position?
Well, my wife and I have lived here in Saline for over 6 years, and we love the community. When we first came here, I had a job offer in Ann Arbor. We looked at Ann Arbor, but we really fell in love with Saline. And when I saw that the Saline Main Street organization was looking for a manager, I decided, after doing a little research into what they were all about, that I kind of wanted to be part of the program. So I went through the interview process, and it was really interesting because I sat on one side of the table and there were 6 people on the other side of the table, and they fired questions at me. But it was really fun because I could tell that they were people who really liked what they did and had a passion for the town or the city. And so I knew that I wanted to be a part of it. And when they offered me the position, I was pretty excited to take the opportunity.
Definitely. So what was your background before? You mentioned you moved to this area for a job.
We did. I've been a school teacher. I then went into the world of business. I've worked for several different companies. I've had responsibilities for training, for public relations and communications, for events planning, and for marketing in the different jobs that I've had. So I think that's a reasonably good background that's helped me prepare for this job with Main Street.
Yeah, and speaking of which, what are kind of your day-to-day duties? I mean, what are you doing in this position?
Well, so far I've only been with the job for a month and a half, and I've been out meeting the merchants, the business owners, the people in town that we service, and that's been great. We have some wonderful people in town with some really neat businesses. Downtown Saline's a great place to visit. I mean, we have fabulous shops, we have great restaurants, there are churches downtown. It's walkable, it's safe, it's lovely. I can't say enough good things about our community. But that's been my main job, and certainly learning what Main Street's all about. And we recently did a really neat project. We put together an electronic flip book. It's an electronic book that you can flip through, and each page features businesses, and it's basically designed to get people interested in or see that we have last-minute gift ideas, that we have, or many of the merchants just wanted to say Happy Holidays, and so it's a pretty neat thing. We just finished it. It took about a week, but it was well worth the effort.
That's great. And so you're involved with businesses, but you also put on events. coming up, we have Music Under the Arch. Do you want to talk about that and some of the other things that the Main Street Association puts on?
Absolutely. Music Under the Arch is happens every month, and it's at the Stone Arch, and it's great music, a lot of fun. We have opening acts and then major acts, and we've got some wonderful people coming up this year in 2013. So that's kind of exciting. And we also have Winterfest, which is in January, and that'll be a lot of fun. We're hoping for some snow. It'll be a lot better if we get some snow.
Last year.
And and we do Oktoberfest, and we help with other things as well. So it's a lot of fun. You know, there are a lot of neat activities that happen, or festivals that happen here in Saline. We also have a couple that we're kicking about. You know, they're still in the formative stages, but one of them we're tentatively calling Taste of Saline, and the idea is to have people come downtown and stroll through downtown, see the businesses, see the downtown area, meet some of our artisans, maybe people who are chefs, people who are musicians or singers or dancers, perhaps. Like I said, we're still forming that one, but if it doesn't come to fruition in 2013, perhaps 2014. And we're also looking at a kick and hoedown, which is going to be kind of fun. Haven't got a date yet for that one, but some fun events, I think, are upcoming for Saline, and people who want to come into Saline and see what we're all about.
Yeah, definitely. And Saline traditionally has really embraced having big events and things in the community that bring people together, and then also bring outside interest in.
Yeah.
And so to kind of backtrack, you mentioned that there's a large volunteer basis for Main Street Association.
Right.
Do you kind of want to talk about how it's really a volunteer organization?
It really is. Everyone is a volunteer, and they put in a lot of hours, but it's because they're devoted. You know, I mean, it's not because we whip them into shape or anything. I mean, it's because they care about Saline and they care about the community, and they want to see downtown thrive. I mean, whenever you have a downtown that's growing and thriving, that's alive and vibrant, that's good for the whole community. Even businesses that are outside of our downtown area are you know, it's beneficial to them, because that when the downtown is a really live and active downtown. I know when my wife Barbara and I first came to Michigan and we're looking in the area for where we might want to move, one of the reasons we chose Saline, I mean, great schools, great community, but the downtown area just is beautiful, and you know, that's was one of the selling points for us as well.
And so, is there opportunities for other people to get involved if maybe they haven't, you know, volunteered with the Main Street Association before?
Absolutely, we're always looking for people who want to help out. I mean, we have lots of jobs and opportunities for volunteers to be involved and to make a difference in their community. You know, they can just stop by the Saline Main Street office. I'm usually there. If I'm not, I have a door that a sign on the door that says, you know, you can reach me by calling my cell phone number, or they can look on our website and give us a call.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd love to have people involved. You know, what do they say? More hands make for easier work. That's not the right quote, but it's something like that.
Yeah. And so you mentioned some of the upcoming events you're kind of toying around with. Is there any other kind of news? Are things coming up that you'd want people to know about, or maybe some things in the works?
Well, we have a board of directors, and we have 4 teams, and I can talk about those in a moment, but we're always trying to brainstorm and come up with new ideas. I don't know that we have anything other than what I mentioned that's in the offing right now.
Okay.
But we have some pretty creative people who are working with us, and I think you'll see some fun stuff coming out of Saline Main Street in the days, months, years to come.
Yeah, and so you mentioned there's a 4-stream approach, and that's different teams.
Right. The Main Street approach is a 4-team approach, and it's proven to be very successful in other communities. There are 4 teams: organization, promotion, the BEST team, which is Business Economic Success Team.
Okay.
And design.
Okay.
Don't want to forget design.
Yeah.
And the idea is that it's a 4-pronged approach to meeting our objectives, which are, as I mentioned, to keep the downtown area alive and vibrant and growing.
Great. And so you mentioned people can stop by your office. There's also a website.
There is. SalineMainStreet.com. .com. No, that's not right. SalineMainStreet.org.
Okay.
Sorry, I am new at this.
No, it's okay. And so we mentioned the website. Is there a phone number people can reach you at?
Yeah, they can call the office. It's I do not ever call myself, so I look here. It's 734-316-2119. Or they can reach me on my cell phone, which is 734-717-7406.
Okay, and then you're typically in the office traditional work hours, or?
I'm usually there 8 to 5,
Okay.
you know, sometimes in the evenings as well. It all depends, but I'm available. I mean, please give me a call if you want to talk about Main Street. I'd be happy to speak with anybody.
Great. So is there anything we haven't touched on that maybe you'd like to say or let people know?
I just think it's an exciting opportunity. We've got some great people working with us. I think we're going to see benefits to the city, and thanks to everyone who's involved. And if you want to get involved, please just give us a call.
Great. Well, Bob, I want to thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. And for anyone who wants to get involved in the downtown area of Saline and being part of your city, feel free to check out the website or give you a call or stop by. It's the Saline Main Street Association. So thank you again for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This has been an SCTN production.